Welcome.
To throw on 4th and 18. He's given time. He wants Jefferson. Comes the ladder. Oh my goodness! Justin Jefferson. The catch of his life.
Yo, what's up, everybody? What's going on? I am Dale. Today, I am stepping in for Coach. And of course, with us as always, Metal Watt. What's good, bro?
You know what it is, man. I'm a Cowboy fan at heart, but I ain't from Texas. We here in Massachusetts getting it up, man. Shout out to my man Dale, man, coming through tonight. You know, shout out to everybody that's gonna come through tonight. Bless us as well as we bless you guys. Happy Monday, man. Little tease last week for the workers. You know, starting up July, you get your little 3-4 day break. And then right on Monday, they got you right back to working, man. Forever tired, man. So hopefully everybody got through the grind, got through the day.
Right back to it, baby. What's up, Will?
What's good, fellas? How we doing?
Hey, man, we all here chilling, man. Chilling. And another shout out to Jason and Tuck, man. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to that beautiful podcast that I was able to watch somewhat on the way home from work. Shout out to them guys. Mean to do their thing, man. Interesting topics. Tune in on Mondays, man. I believe 5:00 Eastern time. I believe on my side of town. If you're interested, yeah, man, definitely.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, man, they do a pretty good job, man. And they were really nervous about starting the show and everything like that. Like, bro, once you get your format, you're good.
Hey, man, it's all about format. I tell you about it all the time. Like, once you get a format, you're pretty good. Yeah, especially, I mean, like I said, man, this doesn't compare to being in a common thread. You know, everybody thinks the common thread is the denominator. Being here is kind of where, you know what I'm saying, you really get your spices and things like that. So, shout out to them guys for being able to not only put a format out, but be on display, you know, so.
For real, man. And so, yeah, man, I am on the show today, so when I am on the show, that means we must talk New Orleans Saints. I have the championship shirt on today. There won't be no Saints slander today. Who that?
Hey, you guys be Saints, man. You know what I'm saying? It's the brotherhood. You know what I'm saying? At the end of the day, you know, our sad stories, our funny tales. You know what I'm saying? We got at least 1 or 2 a week about the Saints fans. Yes, man, absolutely gotta have some Saints talk.
All right, man. We got a real good show for y'all, though, man. We're gonna be talking about the top story, and that's the college football running back that got arrested. We're also gonna talk about Dak Prescott and his health. We're gonna talk about college football expansion, realignment, what that's gonna look like. So that way you guys have a clear understanding of what to expect this college football season. We're going to also talk about an Atlanta Falcons former player, Boo Falcons. We're going to talk about some allegations and something that sounds very, very freaking familiar. And we're going to talk about what's not going to happen to them after we talk about this. All right.
You're fine, man.
And then we're gonna talk about Hard Knocks, the offseason with the Giants, of course, and wrap this thing up with some Saints talk. So let's get to this thing, man. Let's talk about this college football running back. One of the top running backs in the nation, been arrested on some disturbing charges.
Disturbing. Yeah, I heard this. Let me get this up here, man. Interesting. We speak on running backs, and we speak on what they mean to the game now. Definitely is disturbing, no matter how you put it, from his perspective, because, you know, obviously he's trying to get to that place where we think running backs are not going to be after about 3 or 4 years. You know, they run you through the ground. Let's get through here, man. News out of Oklahoma State University. Star running back Ollie Gordon was arrested for suspicion of a DUI. Oklahoma Highway Patrol states that Gordon was driving 82 miles per hour in the 60-mile per hour zone. Trooper says that a half-full bottle of vodka and another of tequila was in the vehicle. And then more details streaming in, man. The BAC levels he blew were 0.11 and then a 0.10 at the Cleveland County Jail nearly 40 minutes later. The 21-year-old finished top 10 last year in the Heisman Trophy voting as he finished the year rushing 1,732 and 21 touchdowns as a sophomore. Also named the Big 12 Offensive Player of the Year, unanimous All-American selection. One more time, the Doak Walker Award for the best running back in the nation last season. Oh, man.
Not good, people. We said blew a 1.1. Jesus Christ. It's not supposed to be anything near a 1.
At all. Like, and
isn't it 0.02?
Right.
Yes.
The limit, legal limit?
I think it's like 0.2, like 3. Yeah.
Yeah, 0.2 or 0.02.
Maybe like 0.2, like point something.
I know what it's not, and it's 1 point anything. I tell you that. It's not 1 point anything. That's the damn sure. So, yeah, that bro drunk a whole bottle right before the test.
Transporting the open container alcohol and failing to maintain the traffic. But, man, we always say it, man, and I say it to people. You party, understandable. Sometimes you may be driving behind the wheel, you know what I'm saying, while intoxicated. And it happens sometimes, you know what I'm saying? You still have to be smart on the road. You have to be smart. You putting bottles in your car. If it's halfway filled, you got to finish it. That's the world I live in. You ain't at home.
Yo, he was halfway filled. There's no way. He went crazy. 1.1?
Oh, man.
I don't even know what
that all day, man.
I don't even know what that means, but it sounds like he was at that moment, he was 1% alcohol as a person. And that seems dangerous.
How much of your body weight is water? Let's see.
I don't know, but
depends on who you are.
He had a good portion of it.
You know what I'm saying? Hey,
good portion of his body water was flammable.
All he needed was a bottle of the hose water. He probably would have been all right.
Yeah, Uber really is too easy.
It is.
Yeah.
All that stuff. Like, all that stuff is easy. It's definitely easier said than done. But at some point, you have to go with the realization, like, if your car, chances that your car is going to get broken, I mean, slim chances, but, hey, it may happen in his life. But, dude, leave your car. Get an Uber. Like, you know, get to the crib.
How about don't drive to a place you plan on drinking?
Ages 19 to 50, the average is 59% of your body weight, that is.
So my man out there was floating on the ocean.
Yeah, he wasn't. Yeah. Flammable.
Over under suspension, 3 games.
Got at least 3. At least 3. Over.
Yeah, when that goes through the summer too. You got those summertime. Those when you get hit in the summertime on a charge, it hits much different than in the winter. And if you haven't been in trouble in the summer,
yeah,
it's a stretch.
It's also much easier to replace guys in today's college football with the transfer portal. We don't have to take your shit at all. We can replace you.
Got guys behind him for sure. So
we could bring a 3-star in by the end of the week.
That's the question is who's behind him, and if they got something behind him, then he'll be back 3 games, no problem.
Yeah, I feel he'll be back. I mean, I feel like he'll still be able to do some things on the football field. Ultimately, as we mentioned earlier, top running back in the nation in a league that you're going to try to get to on the next level where, you know, it's kind of a minimum. And it kind of like no room for error type of situation. So you deal here, and then now you go from, we'll say, 3rd round pick, because, you know, they don't like to draft guys in the 1st, 2nd round in that position. You go from 3rd, maybe 4th to like 5th or 6th, and you kind of mess up your cream a little bit, man. You're not thinking in reality because, you know, you're probably in the world, you're starting to drink, you know what I'm saying? You're starting to get hip to the drinking, and, you know, now you're in reality where, you know, it's actually could take something away from you potentially, man. You don't want that. You know, smarten up. I know hopefully he's smarting up. Hopefully they got the right people around him. Hopefully he got the right people around him.
The Raiders will trade up and draft him in the 2nd round.
but you also know, like in college football, they're going to probably select the games that they're going to suspend him for. So it'll be like 3 non-conference games, you know, where they're supposed to win by 20 anyway.
Yeah, sorry, son. You can't play against Appalachian State.
Right. College football's grimy, bro.
We'll miss that tape.
First 3 games, Bobby says they get South Dakota State, Tulsa, and Arkansas. Then it's Utah and K-State. He deserves to miss one or both of those as well. Okay, so Bobby's saying it should be pushed from a 3, maybe a 3 to 5. I don't disagree with you on that, Bobby. I don't know how. I think it's kind of what the college is going to do in the case. If they do a 5, they hit him with the 5. Woo! 5 in an 11-game season. Woo!
Yeah, that's a lot. I think 3, 4. I wonder if Bobby would have that same energy if it was an LSU player. 5 games. I want him to miss the ranked game. And he should sit out of a bowl game.
Well, no, be real with you.
Hey, listen, LSU players
not cakes either. So.
LSU players have been suspended just about every season for like weed, bro. And I mean, this has been like plaguing LSU. So I don't hear that crap. Okay. LSU suspends their players.
I mean, anything happens at LSU. I think we did a story about a year or 2 ago. Somebody got in trouble for I think they had like a moped or a motor scooter or something, and it was riding and they got caught by the cops. And we had a big discussion on it. I believe it was me, Uncle Coach, and it was just crazy. Like you said, LSU, them guys, just about every
night. Who's Python Night? Are we winning what? What's happening?
We all winning in life. If you want to know that, we all winning in life. We're going to try to continue to win.
Are you alive? You drawing breath? You winning.
Right.
I mean, I clearly am winning because I have on a championship T-shirt. Who that? And I also have on a championship cap. Go Tigers. Oh, I'm dripping in gold over here.
Only recent winning.
Hey, why didn't you tell me the theme was time travel?
Shit, I would have went back into 1990. I would have went back to 96 then, and that was the case.
I mean, go get your championship shirt. Can you still fit it?
I think I can.
We just won.
Baby. Dallas no Dallas Cowboys that's a championship for me anymore. Listen. Baby size. Hey, I'm sorry, guys. Before we get on to anything else, man, I have to ask you guys, how was your 4th of July, man? I feel so rude. We was on holiday, you know what I'm saying? How was you guys' 4th? I know it's a regular day and all to a lot of people, but you know, and all, did you enjoy it?
Not particularly.
Mine was pretty chill. Yeah. You know, just ate some food and took naps. You know?
I ate hella food, man. Lord, I'm sorry for all the food that I destroyed on that day in particular. Hamburgers and hot dogs got destroyed. Yes.
And maybe
City Streets got destroyed.
Yeah, maybe, just maybe, a little bit of
STWF TV is sponsored by Purple Valley Farms Marijuana. We got that good.
Oh yeah, and that
shameless plug.
And the best part about it was, I don't think I interacted with a person that thought of the Purple Valley like me to at least like 10 o'clock that night. So it was a blessing all day to have some of that great Purple Valley, you know what I'm saying, to the wig, as we call it. Well, myself.
Spencer's has little sales and everything like that, man. You know, it's festive.
All day.
Yeah. Good
All
stuff.
season play call sheet, man. We here, man. NFL training camps, man, on the way, man.
Yes.
Favorite
Starting up
teams,
pretty soon.
players. You can go out there, get some autographs, perhaps. You know, watch a little intake. You know, have a little fun, man.
Yep. So let's get to our next story here about Dak Prescott and his health here. He's no longer wearing a walking boot. So as a Cowboys fan, how you feeling about this, man?
When I heard the news, it was actually on the 4th of July. And it was a double whammy in some sorts, and the Cowboys heard two things, but we're going to get to this one right here. Scared me, you know, for the fact that where the boot was kind of where, you know, the same kind of area where the injury was when he got hurt years back against the Giants. So that's kind of scared me. But maybe this is a procedure that was done in the terms people are telling me, and I've been hearing, you know, not to worry about it, but you have to worry about it with any professional athlete, especially the quarterback. You know, we know what's in line for Dak this year, potentially. We know what's on the line every year just about for Dallas, except for the head coach, you know, head coach who's not at fault for anything, you know, is there another year. But in all, just hopefully you're better when the season starts. You know what I'm saying? Hopefully the whispers will go away about the foot. I don't think it will. You know, it is Dallas. Just get well. That man, hopefully is not as serious as people are making it to be, man. But it was not a good sight in seeing it on the internet that he was in the boot. But right. I was happy about less than 28 hours later when I seen that it was off.
Yeah, I think they do the boot to try to accelerate the healing process. Is just like an overreaction to something. That's really all it is.
Yeah, I tried to think of the, you know, get hurt one time, keep the accessories type of thing, where he's already had that boot and he put it on for comfort. But I couldn't even think that because the way I operate and think about my team, I can never be like that. I can never think something's a joke or something's not serious. You know what I'm saying? We have to take that, you know, and think that is serious because not only is he the quarterback, but he's on my goddamn team. So, yeah, he's up on me.
How you feel about him for fantasy this year?
Me as a fantasy guy, yeah. Will took the words right out of my mouth, man. I think that's what he said. Oh
man,
for me personally, Cowboy wise, I don't pick plays from the Cowboys on my fantasy team, even if they're there. I don't. I don't do it. It's crazy enough the way I kind of go about the whole fantasy season week by week. I'll be damned to go pick any of my Cowboys, man. You know what I'm saying?
Wow.
Yeah, I don't.
Wow. That's amazing. I can't help myself.
Now waiver wire probably different than if somebody's on a waiver that I'm like, okay, we'll pick up. Okay, cool. But drafting wise, I'm not picking my boys. I can't do that.
I mean, the boys draft well.
No, they draft well, but man, this is for fantasy league, not.
Were you picking for fantasy? Yeah. Only really CD. Other than that, I don't know.
The kicker.
Yeah, fair.
I make a joke every year with my guy.
CD's
the best fantasy player. The field goal is the best fantasy player.
Yeah, I mean they score a bunch of points, but CD's a bucket though. He's a bucket.
Yeah, man. When AK scores a touchdown, I'm happy. That's my team scored a touchdown, but I'm happy AK scored a touchdown because I'm like killing it in fantasy. Like that's how I roll, man. I can't help myself.
You draft Saints player. How's that work for you?
What you trying to say? I never win.
I'm asking. I'm fascinated. I'm fascinated to know what happens to people who draft Saints players. I haven't in years.
Listen here.
I want to say like the last 2 seasons, the most important league I'm in, I think I finished fourth place past 2 years. This is Dynasty League too.
I think the last Saints player I drafted was probably Breeze.
Listen here, man. We don't want to talk about the disappointment of fantasy football, man. That's delivered to me in the last 2 years. I'm still wondering if I'm playing it or not this season. That's how bad. That's how mad I was last year after a disappointing another championship loss.
That's how Scott Norwood felt back in the day, man.
I did what Scott Norwood did, man. I missed the extra point. Excited, man.
Wait, didn't Carney miss that shit?
It's Carney?
Carney missed that extra point.
That was like after the
the flea flicker joint.
No, it was the River City relay. Okay, yeah. Yes. Okay, it's ultimate fail because like look, listen. Yeah, you gonna listen to my story now?
I guess I asked for this
because I had totally given up on this game. All right, the Saints were just sucking, and I turned the crap off, and I kept the radio on. All right, and so I had to go take a dump, man. Okay, so I'm in the bathroom, but I can still hear the radio blasting. Okay,
yeah.
All right, you know how the home team announcers are, bro. Like they get hype. All right, and so he's like, okay, he allowed those to deuce. And they like to pay down, and then he started getting hyped. And I'm like, get out the bathroom.
I gotta wipe.
My man said I gotta wipe later.
Fucking we'll buy new drawers.
We wipe it later, okay?
Yeah.
Wipe it later for sure, okay?
That's wild. He had the duty butt for the play. That's crazy.
And yeah, man, I saw the end of that play, and then I saw the extra point. And oh my God.
And he shit himself right there. Yo,
my man almost.
Yo, which one hurt more though? Which one hurt more though?
Yes, Jim Henderson, my guy. Okay, I will say my most painful Saints memory is not even what you're thinking about. You think about the Minnesota deal.
It's Diggs. Can't be. It's not Diggs.
No, it's not even that one. It happened before then. It was a play in San Francisco versus San Francisco in the playoffs. It's like, man, Jimmy Graham had just scored a touchdown to put us up, maybe by like 4 or something like that. And then, bro, like San Francisco got the ball back, and they just marched down the field on us, bro. And I was so hyped for that Jimmy Graham touchdown. It's like, because I never expected them to score in like a minute or something. And I want to say like Alex Smith ran like a naked, and he ran like 50 yards for a touchdown.
I remember that. He ran the bootleg. I remember that.
Alex Smith before his leg turned into a meatball.
Yeah, bro. That was painful right there, bro. All right, and so that I think that play kind of conditioned me for this Diggs play, because don't get me wrong, it sucked, but
the no call was
it didn't hurt as much as the other one because I celebrated way too early.
The Rams with the no call was brutal.
I'm gonna be real with you. I'm not even a Saints fan, but I feel like I've seen all those Saint plays, and the one that hurt me for you guys was the no call. Like looking at it, like after the game, like maybe not during the game, but definitely after the game and the chatting it got. Yeah, I felt it felt bad because
they admitted right away.
Nobody was mad. Nobody wanted the Saints to lose that game. Everybody wanted the Rams to lose. There was a team that was trying to pay for a championship. You know, we don't want them guys to win when you're trying to pay for a championship. And yeah, man, that hurt for me, and I know it hurt 40 times for y'all, man. That was disappointing.
For me, it was the kick, the missed extra point after the pitchy woo woo, because I actually was invested in that team. Like I believe Stallworth was on that team, Michael Lewis, Deuce McAllister. Like that was a team that I used a lot in Madden. Aaron Brooks is on that team, I believe.
Yeah, Aaron Brooks is on that team.
That team
was had the Aaron Brooks jersey.
Joe Horn might have still been on that team. Yeah, that was a real fun team, and yeah, so I enjoyed playing with them, Madden, and so I ended up just watching that team a lot, and Yeah, plus I was a big Vic fan, so they were in the division. It was crazy when that play happened. But the no call was the most brutal call I think I've ever seen, like, to decide a game of that magnitude. Like, that's a horrible call. It wasn't even kind of close. And the guy was staring. I love the slow-mo picture of the ref staring directly at what's happening and just moving on.
Did not do nothing. Didn't flinch. Didn't think about it.
Didn't even kind of think, is this kind of what I rate? No. He was just like, legal. And just carried on. Like, that was crazy. And what was the other one? You guys have failed so many times. Jesus. It's brutal.
I loved Aaron Brooks too, bro. I wanted to see Aaron Brooks with Sean Payton.
Yeah.
I was mad that Payton just shipped him off and then give him a shot, man. That's what I wanted to see.
The Vikings one I loved, actually. That one I was not invested in the Saints at all by then. And yeah, I had a lot of money, like a whole bet riding on that. And I think somebody turned the TV off that I was watching. Like they turned it off because they didn't want to see it no more. And then I heard on the radio, they came back and it was a whole thing. It was crazy. But
that one right there was the opposite of the Rams game, where I didn't want the Saints to win. And I'm like, damn, the Saints is about to win this old ass team. This old ass team's about to march over here and get a win. And then I don't know, like you said, the TV was about to go off. Yeah. And then the TV didn't go off.
Diggs went crazy.
Diggs went off. And the way he went off. Yeah, man.
That safety, he's still good. Is he still on your team? Is that Marcus Williams?
Yo, yeah. No, he went to Baltimore.
Oh, that
was his rookie season.
That's what I'm saying. I know it was. He was the rookie then. He was really good, but
yeah.
It was the early 90s. The crowd got
it's a weird play. He tried to a kill shot him and he missed entirely.
Yeah.
Missing the couldn't get a QB, which put them in field goal range to win the game. Yeah, that's a terrible call too, right there.
Mm-hmm.
We should do we should do that as a segment one day, like all the craziest plays that we can remember.
Oh yeah. Heartbreaking plays and stuff like that. Yeah.
List will go on and on. We can have a whole show about that because I know listeners. I mean, and one thing we want to understand, like, we all have different teams that we root for, but the NFL is like that place where like every team can get mentioned, bad or good, and there's a lot of things that we've seen from possibly every single team, in the league that may have just been bullshit or
Yeah, everybody's had that moment. If you watch, that's the fraternity. We all in it. If you care about a team, you didn't see in the word. Nobody's see, like, I don't know that. Honestly, you know what's funny? And he may have suffered some like kind of losses, but that's part of what annoyed me when we first got up with Jake, because he was a Patriots fan who hadn't seen shit about but winning. All he saw was winning. And had the nerve to call me sport. I went crazy when he tried to call me sport. Like me, you see nothing but greatness your entire natural born life as a Patriots fan. His earliest memory is basically Bledsoe getting cracked, and then that's it.
Spoiled. Well, look, Patriots lucky though. They lucky that no call happened because we would have won that Super Bowl.
Really?
I mean, Belichick, like, well, I didn't actually watch the Super Bowl because we boycotted that Super Bowl, so it never really happened.
Hey,
but what I had heard, like, Belichick just totally pantsed Goff. And you're not going to do that to Breeze. You're not going to do it. You're not. Sorry.
But Breeze definitely, look, if one of them's winning that matchup, it's Bill, not Breeze. Yeah.
Shall we go back to 2009 where Breeze brought it on y'all? Sit you home, baby, like crying. Should we pull that up?
What happened?
Oh, it happened.
What happened?
Oh, it happened.
What happened? Sometimes we find out what type of fan you
Peak
are.
Belichick and Brady.
It sounds like fan fiction.
Peak Belichick and Brady.
Sounds like fan fiction to me. Now, what you said, 2009?
Uh-huh.
Yeah, that D's in shambles by then. No defense.
That was the we thought we wouldn't be here no more, but they were actually still good, still relevant. But
wait, also 09, yeah, that's the first year he's actually back because he got cracked in 07. I mean, no, he went crazy in 07. He dies in 08, and you guys win in 09.
Hey,
yep,
Moss
yeah, that's true.
That's when Moss is cussing out fucking wait staffs across the league, shitting on the Vikings once we traded them. It was madness.
That's true, Coach. You do. People get off that bandwagon real quick.
What up with you, Dow?
All right.
What up, big Dow?
Let's talk college football realignment.
Let's go, college football. Yes.
What are these conferences going to look like? Who's coming? Who's going? I know for sure in the SEC we got Texas and we got Oklahoma joining, and so that means we're not going to have any more East and West conferences. So it's going to be the top two teams based off of conference schedule, so conference record. That's how you're going to determine who goes to the SEC championship. So
you gotta make a real schedule, boys. You already know about this. I ain't talking to you. You know that. You already know. You've been here for years.
Yes, it's an 8 game.
I'm talking to Coach.
Woo! Oh.
Y'all boys better pick a favorable schedule. We better play some people. Don't be playing
got
the
an
Indies and Tennessee.
8-game conference schedule.
They wanted a piece of the pie. They wanted to be in the big time conference. You know what I'm saying? They say, hey, we ain't getting our shine over here.
You already gonna steal one from Oklahoma.
Does that count? I mean, it counts. But
it should. It's funny because it shouldn't, but it's gonna count in the SEC now. It's gonna be an SEC win now. You get to beat up on the Oklahoma team for an SEC win.
Oh,
that's
man, listen here, man. Y'all all dealing in a conference, man. I'm gonna call it the Conference of Champions because that's exactly.
He said it's smashing UF. We'll see. Yeah, probably though. We don't play all this year. I think we do though. If A&M doesn't win the SEC with that schedule, they only play LSU in Texas. Yeah, cupcakes, huh?
I mean, everybody's got an 8-game SEC schedule though, and they have to play, but one Power 5 non-conference game. So everybody's got that on their schedule.
Okay, so you have the ACC here coming in, California, Stanford, and SMU. Nobody's leaving in the alignment change, but keep an eye on Florida State in the next couple years. You know what I'm saying? They maybe want to move themselves out. So the ACC will look like it will be California, Stanford, SMU, BC, Clemson, Duke, Florida State, Georgia Tech, Louisville, Miami, North Carolina, NC State. We all know how Notre Dame fares in that. ACC basketball, non-ACC football. We'll talk about football right now. So Notre Dame is not part of that. Pittsburgh, Syracuse, Virginia Tech, Wake Forest.
That lineup is poop.
Yeah, that lineup is crazy. You add 3 West Coast. You add 3 basically West Coast teams. Yeah,
they can hoop though.
Yeah, they definitely can hoop.
The conference can hoop though.
SMU, good team. Oh, yeah, they all 3 right there. They all can hoop, so it's gonna be great when the basketball season come around. Not too good for my Eagles, but we'll see. They're trying to keep the Power 5, I guess. Let's see if they can, football-wise, rejuvenate the conference in this thing. Let's see if Virginia Tech can be better. Wake Forest. Let's see if the teams like North Carolina and Duke, can continue to make a little noises like they've been doing. It's gonna be pretty interesting. Let's see if Clemson can, reestablish themselves. It's gonna be interesting in the ACC.
I doubt Clemson will.
Coach, one day you're gonna have to explain that name. Also, hook them down, man. We out.
Florida. You know what, Coach? I never talked about this with you, but I got some beef with Texas because the last time LSU played Texas, we went to Texas, right? So it was supposed to be a home and home deal. All right. Clearly that's not going to happen. Okay. But we went to Texas, and then the locker room they put LSU in, they had no AC. None.
Oh yeah, that's craft tricks, man. That's trade tricks.
Hold on. I got beef with you for even having beef with that.
With that,
How many teams y'all playing on the schedule that ain't got no heat? Or giving y'all no heat because of the competitiveness of the game, the conference, all that. So you mad at UT for giving no AC? You probably played Alabama and Tuscaloosa with no AC. You probably went up to South Carolina, played them, had no AC in the locker room. But damn.
Hey, Coach Eddie O should have brought the ice, baby.
No, man, nobody doing that crap, man. Then they set the band like up there in the very top of the bleachers, man.
So everybody can hear them. So everybody can hear them, and they put them high.
That's terrible, bro. That's terrible. You don't do that to other teams to freaking win. And guess what happened? Joe Burrow, go Tigers.
Good thing y'all changed it, man, because we don't know.
It's a portal win
in Ohio State.
It's a portal win. Nobody care about that portal win.
We talked about Texas and Oklahoma.
Bobby, and their beer sucks.
So where does this leave the Big 12? We'll let y'all know right now. Who's coming into the Big 12? Arizona State, Utah, and Colorado. Of course, we know Texas and Oklahoma is leaving, so the Big 12 will look like this: BYU, Houston, Cincinnati, UCF, TCU, Texas Tech, Oklahoma State, Kansas State, Baylor, Iowa State, West Virginia, Arizona State, Utah, Colorado. All 4 time zones in this conference.
Yeah,
as we're speaking right now.
But I'm hearing why Utah like one of the favorites to win this one.
I mean, for what they established in the 12, I mean, I'm not mad at that. They're gonna come here. They're gonna be able to compete. Obviously, everybody wants to see how Colorado's gonna fare here. But you see some interesting teams last year in the 12. If anybody was paying attention,
it's amazing they still got their seat, man.
Second to last after the ACC.
Yep, it's amazing they still got their seat. You know what, Coach? Y'all out there wearing some DBU shirts. All right. You don't do that with LSU coming town. With no DBU shirts. Talking about we starting stuff. Y'all starting stuff.
Utah was definitely whooping on USC. Hold on. Isn't that the team that made Caleb cry? Khalid? Hold on. Isn't that the team that had Khalid crying at the end of the game? They say he was soft. That's what they were saying. Utah was chopping on that. Speaking of Khalid crying, he's not going to be crying on the USC sidelines no more. And the USC Trojans will not be crying on the Pac-12 stage anymore as they're moving into the Big Ten. Big Ten also has UCLA, Oregon, and Washington coming to compete over here in the Big Ten, along with Ohio State, Michigan, Penn State, Purdue, Indiana, Michigan State, Wisconsin, Minnesota, Iowa, Nebraska, Rutgers, and Maryland. Oh, forgot. Northeastern Illinois. So that's along with them 4 is the new Big Ten. I heard something earlier. I want you guys
watch out for Oregon for real.
Yes, I was going to ask that question. You have Oregon. Is Oregon? Would you pick Oregon as a pick to win this conference in their first year?
I mean, they're seriously going to be a consideration.
Yeah.
It's don't get me wrong. Look, it's the travel is going to suck, but it's going to suck for both ways too, right? It's going to suck going there, and it's going to suck going back the other way too. So USC, I think, going to have a rude awakening because the travel for them is really going to suck in November, going up to like Penn State or Michigan, and that damn cold. They don't want none of that.
This big money that all these schools got, man, they're going to have nice, warm jets, flying first class to the games.
That sounds good, but when you get hit and it's cold.
Oh yeah, it gets hit. They get ready. It's cold out there, man. I think that this is what the Big Ten needs. I think the Big Ten needed some juice. They got some added juice over here. I don't care what anybody says. UCLA, this is a prestige name to me, and I'm happy that they're in the Big Ten. You know what I'm saying? Maybe some more early games. You know, I can watch USC. I can watch the Bruins. You know, I'll be real. I got a little hot for the Bruins, man. Just the color scheme and all that stuff for them. Growing up a beat
like
Diddy.
Sissy Blue.
Yes. Hopefully they got a lot of games that Sissy Blue. I mean, you have Michigan. We don't know what they're gonna look like. You know, after the departure of some of their team and the coach. Ohio State. Teams like Oregon can come in. Washington, let's see what they can do. You know, they lost some pieces, but let's see how they can rebuild and remold now. And the recruitment process too is going to be key for some of these teams as well. Let's see what they can do on that side once this year ends. I mean, they're already recruiting right now. It never, but see what they can do in that regard.
Yep.
And then here we have the AAC. The AAC. I believe it was formerly some part of the Big East. And then they changed the name. And then they put the Big East back in. So I don't think Big East got football anymore. And if it does, it's basketball. Double A. Yeah. So AAC. Who's coming in? Charlotte, FAU, North Texas, Rice, UAB, UTSA, and Army. Who's going out? Houston, UCF, Cincinnati, and SMU, which would have them looking Army, Navy, Charlotte, East Carolina, FMU, North Texas, Rice, Temple, Tulane, Tulsa, USF, UAB, UTSA, and Wichita State. Not in football.
Oh shoot, that's the one I forgot to mention, bro. SMU. That's another one to watch out for. Like, they built the powerhouse before, back when it was illegal to be paying players, but now it's legal. They can just like dust off the old blueprint.
Okay? And now they're in the ACC. So look at here. Florida State may be looking to move because ACC might have found their powerhouse.
Yeah, and Texas got a recruiting base in Texas already.
That keeps the ACC in a little bit of a loop. Like, you know what I'm saying? You'll get some of them Texas guys, you know what I'm saying, on that team. You know, you see some prime Texas talent on that team playing on ESPN.
Yep. They're going to get more money coming in from the ACC, man. I'm telling you, watch out for SMU, bro.
Bobby says USC's non-West Coast away games are early in the season. That's nice for them. And Tulane AAC champions this season. He's calling it. And
that's right. Roll wave.
Pride, my man Anthony says, watch out for Colorado. As my buzzer beeps, man. That's an April Fool's joke he says too. Yeah, man, Colorado, man. Me and Will spoke about it a few weeks ago, I think. I think they won 4 games last year. I think the over-under is like 6.5.
I think we split it at 6. I think, remember I said 6 and the over-under was 5.5. So
yeah, 5.5. Yep. Yeah. So me and Will said over this year for them. Dale, how you feel about that?
Over by the 1 though, just the 1.
Over? Maybe.
Over? Question mark.
And then we got the Pac-12. Who's coming to the Pac-12? Nobody, baby. USC.
Pac-2, huh? I think it's like just 2 people left.
Yes, all the teams. Oh, what will the Pac-12 look like? It will not exist. It will not exist. And then the SEC, as we mentioned, last but not least, the juggernauts, Texas and Oklahoma moving into a loaded conference with Alabama, Auburn, Georgia, LSU, Ole Miss, Mississippi State, Tennessee, Vanderbilt. Who will win the SEC Vanderbilt? South Carolina, Florida, Arkansas, Texas A&M, Missouri, and Kentucky.
I mean, look, if I'm betting on it, I'm probably going to bet on Georgia. Just
how many SEC teams will be in the college football playoff?
So, I'd say you're going to have at least 3 out of the SEC. At least 3.
I was smelling that number for a minute, but since Dale said 3, I'm gonna say 2. But in actuality, I think 3-2 Dale. I just couldn't say the same thing as you.
I think it's gonna be the top 2, the SEC championship teams, and then the third team. I think is gonna get in.
Is it gonna be SEC as well?
Yes.
Yeah.
Because I believe it's gonna be a 2-loss team that's out of the SEC championship game. And so SEC team with 2 losses is gonna make it to the playoffs.
Can't wait till they go to 12.
Yeah, it's 12. It's 12 this year.
Oh, it's 12 this year. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
That's what I mean.
Yeah. So definitely be 3 or 4 SEC teams for sure. For sure. Bobby just gave us some information too. Oregon State and Washington State, the 2 lone Pac-12 teams that were left, will be playing in the Mountain West Conference and playing their schedule.
It's gonna be 6 SEC teams.
I can see maybe 3 Big Ten teams as well.
Hold on. Coach said Georgia, Texas, and who else? Yes, tell them it existed. And who? Vanderbilt. I said Vanderbilt.
Vanderbilt, man.
Let's go, Skip Bayless.
Yo, look, they're talking about the top 3 teams being with Alabama,
I think Bama
Georgia
will be good.
Ole Miss, Texas, maybe LSU then, and I think Tennessee is next. That's
Y'all
like the top 6 teams.
Y'all sleeping on Tennessee, dog. Tennessee gonna show the new Bucks in the SEC while they here. You know what I'm saying? Tennessee, shout out to the Vols, man. I hope the Vols, break some hearts this year in the SEC. Hope they do.
I think for sure Ole Miss is gonna be tough.
Listen here. Who goes to the swamp? Oklahoma or Texas, or both of them do, or one of them do.
Let me pull up schedule.
Come see us.
Look up the schedule. If any of those teams go to the swamp, they're gonna lose. Telling you that right now.
Who's swamp? Florida's? Gators?
Yep, the swamp. Hey,
swamp.
I don't know. You still call it the swamp?
Oh, it's the swamp. I'm making sure you knew.
Right.
Yeah.
I want 48 playoff teams. You're absolutely right, Bobby. But I'll deal with 12 for right now because I know the experience is only coming soon. So in all, yes, I want 48 playoff teams because you know why? We want Doug Flutie vibes in here. If you know.
No, enough playoff team. Enough. Jesus Christ.
Listen here, man. Hey, just to let everybody know, first month of the season, we'll be talking about some BC football in a high matter, though. We won't be talking about a low matter. They'll be about 3-1. They'll be coasting into the ACC schedule. SMU will be on the schedule. Hey, matter of fact, hold on. Speaking of that.
Now what?
Somebody said SMU, correct? And how they a powerhouse?
Yeah.
Who beat SMU last year in the bowl game?
Oh, God. BC.
BC did. BC about to take. Yo, I'm telling you right now.
I hope y'all raised a lot of money because of that win.
Brian, baby, gonna turn this team around, dog. Listen here. I got faith now. I got a little faith.
Mess.
All right, so look, this is Florida's schedule. I mean, can y'all see this pretty good or what?
I can. Well, damn. So LSU goes to Gainesville, they're gonna lose. Because they go to Texas. Florida go to Texas. From what I've seen, and, yeah.
So let's see. Sanford, I'll say Miami, Sanford, Texas A&M, Mississippi State, Central Florida, Tennessee, Kentucky, Georgia, Texas, LSU, Ole Miss, Florida State. Man, that is a horrible schedule for Florida. My God.
Yeah.
This stretch.
Hold on.
This is murderous row, bro.
Hold on. That's murderous row right there. But I can see Florida winning. They'll be 2-3 in that stretch. All they gotta do is the first part of the schedule go crazy and compete, and the other ones because they're gonna say they're gonna lose to Texas, Georgia, LSU. You're gonna win one out of the 3 of those games, and I think you could beat Ole Miss or Florida State.
We'll beat LSU.
Jacksonville, the Georgia game's a neutral site game, but then they got to go to Texas.
Yeah, that's an aspect waiting to happen.
Yeah, definitely.
If now they go to the swamp, I would say differently. I'm
perfectly fine playing them after Georgia and Texas.
Oh yeah, typical LSU fashion. You just take the leftovers, huh?
Sloppy seconds.
Fine doing that.
Sloppy seconds. Thirds in that case.
Yeah, I don't like the way that looks for Florida.
Ant says his surprise team is in the Big Ten. Arizona. He said Penn State, they will overtop Penn State in their position.
I tell you this, Florida come out of that 5-game stretch with 3 wins, and those are the only other 2, and the only 2 losses they take all year. Playoff. It's a street dream, though. It's not happening.
Street dreams are made of thieves.
Yeah.
All right, so let's look at LSU schedule. Start off against USC in Vegas, Nickel State, South Carolina, UCLA comes to Baton Rouge, South Alabama, then a bye Ole Miss in Baton Rouge. Got to go to Arkansas and Texas A&M. Bama comes to Baton Rouge, going to Florida, Vanderbilt at home, Oklahoma at home. I think this is manageable schedule. 2 losses on here. That's my most optimistic.
LSU. Yo, listen here. Wake Forest about to beat them in Winston-Salem. Wait, stop playing. What's Alabama's schedule? Because their schedule last year, they were playing a team in week 11 that was bad, and they were struggling. So what's that schedule?
Yeah. Hold on.
Damn.
Let's see. All right, so Alabama starts off with Western Kentucky, South Florida, Wisconsin, then Georgia at home, Vanderbilt, South Carolina, Tennessee.
Oh, they squeeze a cupcake game before the season ends. They squeezed one.
Missouri, another bye, then the LSU, then we got Mercer, and I'm pretty sure this week most of the teams end up playing
who plays UMass? Who plays UMass the second last week of the season? I see you. Who's playing UMass?
Oh. They're gonna put a non-conference game somewhere in there.
That is wild. Georgia's ass. Oh, yeah. Look at him.
So, yep.
I guess this year is a little bit more lenient because you're playing. You got 2 more juggernauts coming this year conference, but at the same time, that's crazy.
So, Texas schedule, it start off with Colorado State, then Michigan. That's a big matchup early in the season. UTSA. And I think they're getting Power 5 credit for this because UTSA just went to the Big 12 or something like that, right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So then they get UL Monroe, Mississippi State, Oklahoma, Georgia, Vanderbilt, Florida, Arkansas, Kentucky, and Texas A&M.
Texas better do some things because I'm looking at the schedule and there's a lot of home cooking here. It's a lot of home cooking. A lot of games in Texas.
Weak sauce back here.
A lot of games in Texas. You even got games against guys that are maybe the home teams and they're in Texas. So Texas got in terms of location. Listen here, it's a lot of Austin in there.
They played it safe again. They always do this.
They got one on us. I'm telling you, this Michigan game, I give them credit for that for sure. But
do you though? Because
they got a good draw. They got a good draw in the SEC. That's
everything that makes Michigan just walked out that door.
They got a good draw. But we kind of sleeping on Kentucky though. I've been hearing Kentucky could be better this year. We sleeping on Kentucky.
We're doing Kentucky now. That's what we're doing.
I try to stay up.
We're talking Kentucky football.
Kentucky, man.
All right. I just want to be clear. Clip it.
Yeah, man. So the element of the college football, talking head, man, is to get people excited for college football. I know we got a lot of excited people, not only for college football. We spoke on last week about the game coming out this Monday, actually. So yeah, college football is right on your couch, man. All you gotta do is pay attention to it, man. There's gonna be tons of it coming through the airways, man. So more alignment possibly to come in the next few years. So.
Oh yeah. Look, I'm still surprised. Like we still got the NCAA involved with this thing because, like, they don't need the NCAA. NCAA needs college football.
Yeah.
Plain and simple.
Definitely.
Plain and simple, man. They can negotiate their own deals, get themselves a commissioner, and just do what they want to do, pay their players, whatever.
They could just create their own NCAA based off just football.
Yeah. It's the same model as NFL.
Do you guys ever see it happening? Do you ever see it happening? As much as people talk about it, you see it happening?
This whole merger was the beginning. We're gonna look back when it all is said and done and when it happens and say that the first domino that fell was when the SEC became like a super PAC. And yeah. So I believe it'll happen. How long it's going to take, millionaires and billionaires arguing about.
I think it's going to end up happening because of TV contracts.
Exactly, that too.
But
that's like how they're going to get bigger because of the super, like now all of those contracts are just in one place now. It's going to be
nice. Exactly. Basically all at ESPN right now. And now that the Big Ten has gotten their multiple deals, like from CBS, then they got some from ESPN, or then they got some from like Peacock or something like that. They like double dip, and so now they get more money. So SEC is like,
don't mind if I do.
We want more money too.
Yep.
Don't mind if I do.
Interesting. Bobby said there's only 6 teams predicted to go over 10.5 wins this season. That's all the Division I schools?
No, SEC, I'm guessing.
No, it can't be SEC. There's no way you're going to pick 16 to be 10-2.
Why not?
That would be crazy.
It's only 12 teams in the league, right?
Yeah, that's too many.
I don't know if that's mathematically possible.
Yeah. Math ain't math and will.
So, yeah. Okay. Well, we're going to go ahead and take a quick break. And when we come back, we're going to talk some more football stuff. So stick around with us.
Hose water. Whether you've been playing hard or working hard, when your thirst needs to be quenched, there's hose water. Found at any retailer where sports drinks are sold. Or connected to your faucet in the backyard if you don't want to pay $4 for it. Hose water. Get yours today.
This is an emergency message. Stop what you're doing and hit the like button. Also comment and subscribe. Thank you. We now return you to your program.
Okay, so 16 SEC teams there. Appreciate you, Coach. This is kind of stuff to get for Coach.
Yeah, get off my back, Dale.
Yes, sir. Hose water, man. Just let everybody know about the hose water, man. You know what I'm saying? They come in reusable bottles. You know what I'm saying? Y'all see me with the bottle last week, man. Get your hose
water. You really
water,
shouldn't.
Man. Yes.
You really shouldn't, people. You really shouldn't reuse plastic. Not the soft plastic. Don't reuse it.
It's that Dale plastic right there, man. Dale's plastic inevitable.
Yeah. all y'all reusing that soft plastic, all y'all doing is drinking estrogen. Yeah.
Drinking estrogen. Okay.
We can take estrogen too, right?
Not supposed to. You need just a
You
little
telling
in your
me-
body, I think, for hair and nails and shit. I think that's guaranteed, but whatever. But like, we ain't gonna do this podcast. But yeah, you don't want it in excess, is what I'm saying.
So you tell all the ladies out there,
it
just
says
drink water out of water bottles, and you don't have to worry about estrogen pills.
If
That's what
they're
you're saying.
feeling hairy, maybe, yeah, sure.
Anthony says Texas, Georgia, Ohio State, Oregon, Notre Dame, and Liberty. All Division 1A teams. 6? Yeah. Don't bet that. There'll be a few more teams over.
Did I just read Liberty?
Yes, Liberty.
It's nuts.
Liberty.
The typo,
Liberty. You know what? Real quick, we need to speak on this because this is pretty big news here that happened. Kyron Jackson, who was the 4th round pick of the Minnesota Vikings, died in a car accident. Really sad deal and everything for sure. I mean, the young man was entering his first year in the NFL, so I'm pretty sure everybody in his family was looking forward to seeing him. And it's sad, man.
That's rough, man. Definitely rough situation, man. We spoke on earlier about drinking and driving. We don't know. We could go into reports what caused the accident. But in all, man, this hurts. This hurts, like you said, for family members. The organization, picked him up. Guy hadn't even played a professional game yet, man. And now, he's not going to be able to do that, man. It sucks, man.
Oh, 3 people passed away in this accident.
Yeah. There was, I think it was. Yeah, I heard there was 1 or 2 other people that did pass away. Now we confirmed that it's 3 people passing this accident. Yeah, it's terrible. Man.
Yeah, it's awful. Tragedy.
Yeah,
hug your loved ones, people.
Oh, absolutely, man. Tomorrow's not promised, so do what you got to do today. All right. Let's see what was our next topic over here. The worst topic of all. Okay. Former Atlanta Falcons superstar, really? Makes a shocking and disturbing allegations against a rival team that could get some people in serious trouble. So this was John Abraham here talking pretty much about the coaches shelling out bounties to hurt the players on the other team.
Crazy, man. The podcast called The Water Boys. John Abraham, he did play with the Atlanta Falcons from 2006 2012. 2 Pro Bowl nods, that is, during his time in Atlanta. He recalled a conversation he had with former Tampa Bay Buccaneers offensive tackle Donald Penn. Abraham alleged that he was warned by Penn that the Bucs players were instructed by coaches to intentionally injure Atlanta players. In quote, Abraham said Penn was like, "Hey man, be careful out there. The coaches told us to hurt you all." I was like, "Stop playing." He's like, "Nah, they told us to hurt y'all, so we're going to be going extra after the whistle. We're going to be doing everything to try to mess with y'all." Reporters reached out to Penn on Abraham's allegations. Penn claimed that an order from Bucs coaches to hurt players are completely ridiculous, and dirty play was never even implied in Bucs player meetings with coaches.
I'm gonna need all Saints fans to be quiet for the next couple minutes. Yeah, real quiet. Crickets. Yeah. Look, I believe it, but what are you snitching like 10 years later for?
Yeah, I've been hearing John Abraham's name a lot in the media.
Hey, you got a podcast. Is it a new podcast? Is it his podcast?
But somebody's podcast.
Yeah,
I don't know.
They selling podcasts, man. They got to sell ads.
It's really what it is. Yes, you got to mix some headlines.
Hey, fleshlights don't sell themselves.
Bobby said if they ain't win the Super Bowl, they ain't do it right. Remember, speaking of that, the Saints paid out bonuses to the defensive players that they that managed to injure and take an opposed player out of the game. Sean Payton was suspended.
Murder Brett
for the entire 2012 season. Mickey Looms, assistant Joe Vitt, and several players received multiple game suspensions, and then they were fined $50,000 and stripped their second round draft picks in 2012 and 13.
So, you mean to tell me there are other teams in the league actually doing things like offering bounties?
Is that the angle you're gonna take on this?
I mean, if you want to be fair,
you kidding me?
If you want to be fair, yes, it is.
It's almost like this is part of football, right?
You guys have a lot of guys that are pillow talkers, and that's why you got caught. Pillow talking. You're pillow talking, you get caught.
But
unbelievable.
But something was done to the Saints. They were punished. And so, do we believe anything will happen to the Falcons because of this information?
No, not at all. You know why? Because it's a former player speaking on something that happened in the past. It's kind of like these drug dealers and stuff nowadays that go on television and talk about their glory days. They ain't going to get arrested for it.
Ain't nothing going to happen. All right.
Ain't nothing going to happen. So, damn it, Bobby.
Where's the integrity, man? Unbelievable.
Shout out to Ant, man. Yes, I did hear Cam Newton say Dak is a better QB than Jalen Hurts, and I did hear him say that Dak is on the same level as Patrick. Yeah, but there's levels to the shit. He can't beat the Patrick Mahomes level. But I ain't mad at him for the Jalen Hurts take at all. Shout out to Cam.
Now he's better than Hurts. I agree with that. He did not on Patrick's level. He's stupid for that, but
he's right, Bobby.
I feel like he had to say the Patrick part so that we would all hear the other part, because no one would have talked about it if it was the other.
Nobody would have talked about it if it was just Dak and Jalen.
Don't nobody care. Like, who cares? They both not winning. So,
but high praise, man. High praise in Dak, man. I honestly, be real with you, I see more high praise on that man than ever before. You know what I mean?
Shocking, because he had the worst fucking playoff.
You know what I'm saying? Well, even in that aspect,
that's why it's crazy that I can't believe it.
Damn, after that one of the worst playoff performances fucking ever, that they would just down this man. But I see him just but that's the thing though, and it's not probably gonna happen. But man, the NFL story, man, give my man Dak one, dog. You know, football gods, give my man Dak one, dog. He been holding it down, man. You can't be thankful in the league no more.
They're not gonna let it happen until Jerry's gone, man.
Listen here, they win every show I'm on is on the beach, even in the wintertime on the beach. Oh man, damn! Somebody watched Hard Knocks.
Oh yeah. Our next topic is Hard Knocks. The off-season edition with the New York Giants. It's only been one episode so far. It comes on Tuesdays at 9:00 Central Time.
Okay, I'm gonna watch it tonight.
So this gives you a look into basically a look into the front office, because there's nothing else going on in the off-season but the front office. But I think it's amazing to see the front office guys talking about what they really think about players. And it's similar to how we talk on talk radio or podcasts or whatever. They're saying the same kind of things. They're talking about how they value the positions. And we make assumptions that we know how they value the positions, basically because of the way they react to things and the money they spend, right? But it's nice to see them what they say about the position, how they value it. It's also nice to see what they think about their own guys when they're trying to construct their team, for the upcoming season. Like the GM pointed out, we need to get Daniel Jones some help on the O-line. He's basically throwing the position group under the bus, on camera. You know what I mean? So dope. you get to see what they're really thinking about players that are in free agency and what they think about the values of the contracts that they're going to be given.
That last part. that last part, before that clip went off, 27-year-old running back. We don't want to give that to a 27-year-old running back.
Yeah.
Just about
exactly.
what the world's talking about. These that the organizations is all in that matter talking about the same thing.
Yeah.
And that's crazy.
We've been saying that for years.
Man. Look, I have no idea why the Giants would allow this to be on TV, like the stuff that actually got on camera. I can only imagine what's on the cutting room floor. All right. The stuff that wasn't allowed to be shown. Yeah. But I think in the long run it's gonna hurt them with players, because they see how these guys talk about them when they're not in the room. Listen, I know it's going on everywhere, but you see it here. You also get to see how much the owner is involved. And I know people criticize Jerry Jones about being too involved. And so now we get to see the Giants owner get involved with off-season moves.
I mean, I think when it comes down to like TV, media, they have their guys that, they're going to pinpoint, guys that are established themselves. People got to remember, Jerry Jones established himself as a guy to the media way before that's going on now, like the Hard Knock series and all that stuff. We're seeing in the world now that everybody's face is going to start to be shown. You're going to start to see a little bit of everyone else, which may give you different aspects of that particular person. You know what I'm saying? Like you just mentioned, you got the Giants GM, dedicated to moves and all that stuff. You kind of say, leave that to the other office guys. You just kind of sell yourself and, promote your team. But then they get into the situation where you really want me to – they think in their minds, like, I should really be in and trying to control this team and trying to make pieces and all that. You got to slow your roll a bit. But, hey, you can't say that from these motherfuckers. They're owners. They're GMs. So you're going to start to see a sense of that, in the next few years. Like, everybody's going to have a voice. We've already seen it in social media. Everybody has a voice now. So, rather it's on the camera screen or, off, it's wild.
Look, another fascinating thing is you get to see you get to hear the opposing views in the room, during the discussion. So, like one of the scouts said about Barkley, put him behind the Philly offensive line. There might be more value to another team, and they'll be willing to pay that kind of money to get an asset like him. Another guy in the room, like, are we positive nobody's going to pay him that kind of money? Who's going to sign a running back to that dollar amount? I mean, is there anyone that's out there that's going to spend on this? Like, it's fascinating. And then I kind of morph it into, look, AK is watching this. He retweeted this thing, this clip that we showed when they're talking about Barkley. And AK is looking for a new contract. So AK is seeing the kind of discussion that's going on about him. So that kind of ruins the relationship between the Saints and AK because of what's going on with the Giants office. I mean, front office here, man.
Yeah, it definitely does, man. It kind of gives you hope. It kind of doesn't give you hope that you're going to be the guy that wants to end your career in New Orleans. Like, that gives you like, damn, I might as well start packing my bags now in a sense. You know what I'm saying? I might get shipped off tomorrow. You never know. So, yeah, man, stuff like that. And we get this in Word already. But now you're getting sense of stuff like it mentioned, they just don't say nothing on camera. And I don't know if he was joking or, whatever. Maybe he was, But you're getting a lot of this stuff on wax now. You're getting a lot of this stuff on wax, man. You know what I'm saying? You're getting GMs swearing in interviews.
Dirty laundry.
Coaches swearing in the press conference. You got this stuff. And it's happening more and more now. You know what I'm saying? Like, the media has to upgrade their media. So how do you upgrade the media? You get more people to be interactive, get people to chat, talk, and create more conversation. You know what I'm saying? Soon enough, LeBron's going to be gone. Patrick's going to be gone. This guy's going to be gone. You got to have new people to kind of dissect and speak about. You got the Jason Tatum's coming in now. You know what I'm saying? For instance, they're trying to have Lamar in there, but Lamar keeps sticking himself in and out for some reason. You know what I'm saying? Because he can't win a big game. But, they're training and coaches and all that stuff, man. Anybody from the top to the bottom, man. You know what I'm saying? Gonna show their ass off if they have to. That's what the Giants in right now with this Hard Knock shit. I'm gonna try to catch the episode though, man. I forgot it was on. Somebody mentioned that last week, but might have just went through one day out though.
Yeah, the first episode you should be able to find it on YouTube for free.
YouTube, really?
They always give you the first episode for free. So
send who to Dallas? AK?
Yeah.
I mean, like I said,
there is no trade possibility.
So that y'all can have 3 third down backs.
But here, the only thing I kind of semi like about that, if it did happen, is that I semi get a little bit of what I wanted. A little bit. Not the full package. I get a little bit of a pass receiver, a little bit. Just get the ball, dump it.
It would definitely help Dak. But they still, I don't know what they would do for them 3rd and 3 type shit.
And then
how can do it if your line's popping, but
how y'all gonna pay a running back when you got a wide receiver that want money right now and a quarterback that want money?
Well, you don't. You just give them a 1 year show me.
Need priorities, coach. Priorities. Come on, coach.
Dallas, who's your number 2 back? Deuce Vaughn.
Little midget baby.
Daddy, son.
Deuce. What do y'all think about potential holdouts like CD Lamb?
I think CD's gonna. I think this is a situation where he holds out all the way until he can't hold out in a sense no more. I think this is like something that can potentially him signing the deal like a week or 2 before the season starts, and he's not fresh to start the season off. I can see that happening.
Yeah,
Michael Parsons.
Both of them are gonna get signed. They have to. Dallas can't not sign them guys.
I'm gonna be real with you. I think they take the chatter off this season off Micah. In turn, they're gonna have attention. He's gonna have attention. He's gonna be all over. But I don't think a deal gets done with him this season. I think that's more next year's.
Coach is over here living in dreamland, think he's gonna get another running back and all this kind of stuff. Come on, coach.
Hey, coach's meds kicking in.
Come on, coach. I got a lot of problems already.
He on cloud 9 talking about we getting a running back. We're gonna get a real quarterback.
All right. T. Higgins, what do you think the possibility of him actually holding out? Because he wants a new deal.
I think he's going to end up. I think he's going to take what he wants, but at the same time, I mean, he can prolong it too if he wants to. But I think he is eventually going to probably just take the situation, maybe that he's in Cincinnati. I mean, you look at it. You know what I'm saying? Chase, hopefully he stays healthy this year. But if he doesn't, that's more big for you. But him there, it opens up a lot more for you. So do you really want to leave that situation in Cincinnati? I think he's going to take with Cincinnati. Cincinnati's probably going to get Joe one more offer. They can franchise him, right? Those are the franchise, right?
They could, but
they can franchise him twice. But that's the point. Like if they do that, he's.
I'm sorry. He signed his tag. There you go. Okay.
He signed his tag. Right? So they, but like that is now that he signed his tag. Now the holdout can happen because now he's like, I don't want to play under that. I signed it just to move forward, but I'm going to hold out now until we do a deal moving forward. And
I think you see how the performance is. You kind of see how the team can regenerate from last year. And I think kind of mood in the room will determine T maybe for next year. But I think he will be playing with these guys. If I was T,
here's my thing. I hold out. I might even show up for everything. Do all of it. And then
you mean?
I'm all preseason. I show up. I go in. I do it all. And then when the season, I hold out for preseason, and then I hold out. And the Bengals, I gamble. The Bengals start slow every year. It looks bad every year at the beginning. It's gonna look a lot worse if he ain't out there. I think they'll get a deal done if he does it. I think they're gonna have to.
I'm expecting the Bengals to extend Jamar Chase.
So if that's the case, then they're gonna have to trade him. So he has to hold out because if they're literally not gonna come to the table, then he can't show up because then he's gonna play a whole year, or he can gamble on himself. Like I think more guys are gonna gamble on themselves though because of Kirk Cousins if he can get away with it.
I just think the way the market is right now, honestly, you got to try to gamble on yourself in a sense because you see all these guys getting paid, and I mean, yeah, you may think you're better than that guy, but the market's telling you that you're not better than that guy, or she would have already got your dough or your bread or whatever the case is. So I think that he may gamble on something there and look at the market, perhaps say next year, and maybe he's the guy.
Well, no, the market isn't. That's the problem here. The market is telling him he's that guy. The Bengals are telling him no, he's not. The Bengals are like, well, we want to see more, and then we'll see. That's why they tagged him. But the market, he's gonna get paid top dollar if they don't pay him. He gonna get much as you can get, pretty much. Because I think he proved there was times when Chase was out and he played well.
Right, that's what I'm trying to say.
As the only wide out there.
Yeah, Cincinnati, man, you better pay your OGs, man. Because Higgins the OG, dog. Been there for a while, man.
That's his first. This is about to be his first real deal too. So,
yeah, right, and I mean that's the reason why he wants his money.
Right.
But don't get me wrong, like that.
Coming off a rookie
that
deal,
franchise check is nice. It's just, there's nothing beyond the year guaranteed for you. So that's the problem with it.
Yeah.
So
I think Higgins cares about the money and being on a winning team. Yeah, it doesn't really matter though. Like even if that's the case, he still has to do things to force this deal. Because right now they seem like they're happy just tagging him.
Yeah.
So,
what are you guys thinking about Jordan Love possibly holding out? Is that a possibility, or did he sign another deal?
it's unnecessary because they're gonna sign him.
Okay.
All he has to do is not, and honestly, it's zero stakes for him because all he has to do is not look awful. Because even if he doesn't play great, but they let's say they go close to 500, one game overall, one game under 500, they're gonna have to sign him. They don't have enough. What's the other option? You let Aaron Rodgers go for this,
right?
And you knew when you did that you were only giving yourself 2 seasons of evaluation. So this is what you're stuck with. This is the situation you're in. Just like we said with Tua in Miami, they had to pay him. They're gonna have to pay him. Dak, they're gonna have to pay him. These guys aren't gonna I know everybody wants quarterbacks, but because everybody wants quarterbacks, that's why the teams there have to pay them.
Mm-hmm.
Otherwise, you start Jacoby Brissett week 1.
I mean, I think the problem is, of course, always the problem is coming to an agreement about the value of the player and where you land. But the overwhelming thing is the market. And we kind of see the market leads you to do something stupid, like re-sign Daniel Jones and then not really be certain about it, right?
Yeah.
But you can't let him go.
Which then costs you your actual franchise player in Barkley.
Yes, exactly.
Mistakes were made.
Exactly. You spend that money. You can't spend the money everywhere. You can only spend. You only got one pie. You gotta. How you gonna divide this pie up? And that's what you got to figure out. That's what every NFL team is getting. Front office get paid for. So
yeah,
they got happy. They were happy they were in the playoffs. Beat Kirk, and they had the advantage. Yeah, and then they signed Daniel. They're like, yeah, we're gonna pay this man. This man got us a win against Kirk Cousins on a Sunday. Sunday midnight, basically. It's terrible, man. But that's what the market does to you, man. The market sometimes be having you tweaking. You know what I'm saying? You got to go to the market sober, man. You got to have your mind fastened on what you're going to do, man. Because like you said, these are franchises. These could be franchises turning events. Yeah, man. New York,
I'm hearing rumblings that Tristan Wirth is possible to hold out for the Bucs offensive tackle. I seriously hope he really never decides to play for the Bucs ever again.
I'm seeing a theme here. Everybody who's thinking about holding out, other than T. Higgins, almost all of them are a lock to get paid by the team they're with. They have to.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't pay Tristan Wirth, you just signed Baker Mayfield and you're not going to pay Tristan Wirth. That'd be insane. That's madness.
Exactly. Don't sign him. Do your thing. Stand strong, Bucs. Bum. Tristan Wirth.
Tristan
Think he
Wirth.
needs another contract.
Yeah, you would kick a baby right now to sign him on the Saints.
Just see the baby in the crowd.
Show me the baby. Point him out. I'll do it right now. This the baby that's talking shit.
So like some other ones that are like maybe gonna hold out, but don't think they really have too much leverage. Cortland Sutton, wide receiver from Denver. Like, you always hurt, bro. Like, do you really want to hold out?
Yeah. Well, that's specifically why that guy wants to hold out. He's like, every time I go out there, I get hurt. He's like, I'm not doing this shit again. You guys you got to pay me. If I'm gonna go out there and get my ass beat, you got to pay me for it.
Becoming a killer.
Yeah.
You say so? Cortland Sutton, that's the receiver from the Broncos, right? No.
Yeah.
Yeah. Look, he's really good, and he's also always hurt. So yeah, he can't pay him.
He's always hurt, bro. Always.
Yeah.
It was just a little less hurt than dude they just traded from Alabama.
Judy, yeah. And the thing that was crazy is that, like, before he started getting hurt, he was one of those guys I didn't understand, because he is not really fast. He's not really that fast. Right. But he would often be seen running wide open downfield. And I never understood it, but he could really play. But yeah, he can't stay healthy.
Listen, Ant's question, man. It's the question of the offseason. Not really the question of the offseason, but if you're a real person, man, you follow these teams. This may be one of the realest questions of the offseason. Do you think it's time to pay Purdy early? I say this. 49ers may not do it. May want to pay him early. But
get out in front of this.
Conspiracy mode with two. No, I was just thinking about this. Let's cook this up in the kitchen. Literally. I don't know if it tastes good.
Literally in the kitchen. Yeah.
I don't know if it tastes good, but what if the 49ers still haven't learned their lesson?
No, they can't. No, they can't. I already know what you're thinking. This is madness.
Right now, looking at draft quarterback prospects and look for a fool. Well, I won't say a fool. Look for someone to potentially take Purdy from them.
The only way you can make trading away a guy that you traded multiple picks up to get and trading him for nothing is to then trade the guy behind him that you got to trade him for. No, you can't. They can't possibly do that again. No, I think they should pay him now, though, because the numbers aren't insane. His agent's obviously going to flaunt the completion percentage, because that's probably the best thing he's got going for him. To which Mike Shanahan's going to reply, I'm Shanahan. And so that's how that's going to go. Yeah, I think they're going to pay him. I think they'll save money if they pay him now.
Yeah, I don't think he'll get a.
They need a Daniel Jones deal for him. A Daniel Jones deal for him is actually a bargain, because if you don't pay him early and then he goes on and gets you to another Super Bowl, possibly wins it, then he owns half your team.
Guess we need to look at some apples so we can compare apples to apples. See what the front office guys like to talk about.
Oh yeah,
like on Hard Knocks.
Brock Purdy, man.
Apparently they've hired Dale to do their commercials too on Hard Knocks.
Yeah, this is how they do it on Hard Knocks. I watched it. All right, so we're looking at some quarterback salaries here, according to spotrac.com here. Let's see if we get over here. So this is it for all? Let's do it for 2024. All right. So 2024. Let's see. Guaranteed money. Oh, this is just 142,000. This is okay. These are just in the thousands for this season. So, average maybe we won't look at. It's total. Let's look at total value.
Yeah.
That's the biggest number. So, currently, Trevor Lawrence is in a lead with a 5-year deal, $275,000.
Million.
I'm sorry, 275 million. I'm sorry.
man had him getting paid like the highest paid WNBA player.
So
that's crazy.
And when you look at it, you just know, like, okay, these aren't like the best quarterbacks in the league this season, right? But these are the top contracts. So
yeah, because it's about when they got paid, when they were in their deal, yeah.
Right. And so the thing is, like, okay, because you're next up, like, you get to be in this number.
Yeah.
And so now, are you going to put Purdy in this number up here next season? If you're talking about re-signing him to a new deal.
Well, if you tag him, then you automatically do, because the way the tag works is it's the average of the top three at that position. So you take the top three at that position, which we just talked about, were per year. The per year is more important for how they get paid. The per year.
Okay.
So if you check the per year, who's leading the per year, that'll tell you the average of those top three in the per year. That's what he's going to get if they tag him. I believe that's how it works for him. Unless he hasn't reached a certain, maybe you have to reach a certain amount of years, or I don't know, games. I don't know what the hell, but I think that's how it works.
It's the average of the top, 3-5 players or whatever for that season. So they definitely they're looking at what's happening that season in particular.
Average per year, Joe Burrow 62.9, Jared Goff 57.3, Trevor Lawrence 55. You put that in the medium mode, that's probably about like $58-59 million on average. Medium mode, the average.
So and then are you ready to, if you're not sure again after that year, doing that again?
Right.
At a number that the next year, I assume all three of those numbers will raise a bit. So his number will probably raise to about 61.
Right.
As a tag. This is, at this point, you should just pay him, because if you get stuck in that loop of tags, you're going to pay him 60, and then a fucking big deal that you give to all these other quarterbacks after anyways. So just pay him now if you can. You probably get a deal.
So, well, look at the total guaranteed that's signing here. 142 million guaranteed for Trevor Lawrence. Are you willing to guarantee that much for Purdy?
Listen here, right now, Trevor 200 guaranteed, and we know why he's getting that. You know what I'm saying? Sunshine. You know what I'm saying? What he came into the league with. We know that. Purdy right now, honestly, if you give this man 160 to 185, I think it's fair. I think it's fair, but the 49ers we're talking about, this is a different organization here. We're not talking about all these other organizations that are like, yeah, our QB here. Like Will mentioned, I'm Mike Shanahan. So they always going to try to keep some type of money in their pocket regardless of how this deal goes down.
Now, you know what? They don't even have to. They have him for this year. He's still on for this year. They don't have to tag him this year. Yeah. So,
right.
You play the. They need to play this year out. They need to see more. If I'm them, I need to see more.
So, for me, though, if I'm Purdy's agent, if I play this year out and I have success, team does pretty well.
Oh, then I'm taking no for an answer.
Yeah, you breaking a break next year.
Yeah.
Like I'm definitely getting in this number next year.
I need 37. I need Jalen Daniels' starting number.
Right.
Yeah.
Well, I mean that's what I'll give him
more
now.
Than that. Yeah, even more than that. Yeah.
Like that's what I would give him now. But if I play out this year and he has the similar results to what he had last year, the team ends up in the playoffs going deep. Like he gets 142 at that point.
Here's the conundrum they're in, the 49ers. And it's actually kind of a conundrum for him too. And they'll have an opportunity to figure this out. I'm going to tell you when this contract is going to be won or lost. This contract will be won or lost in any game in which either Deebo Samuel was hurt or Brandon Ayuk is hurt, because so far what we've seen is he can ball with those guys, but when one of them is out, which, like I said, a lot of quarterbacks, you take away their best option, they're not going to look as good. But they still have a lot of other pieces, and he still does not look great when Tebow's not out there. So if that trend continues, he's going to play himself out of the money. But if in those games he plays well and they win, then the 49ers are screwed. They're going to give him everything.
See, in my opinion, the beauty of Purdy is he runs the freaking offense. He's not out there freestyling.
Yeah.
All right. And that's the reason why he's effective. So yeah, you get a piece good down. Now I don't have all my good chess pieces, and I'm trying to run this offense. It's not as good because you don't have.
But here's the thing. The guys who are getting paid are the guys who can freestyle and run around and make plays when the plays break down. Those are the guys you give the money to.
Yes.
The reason why you can't pay the Purdy's like that anymore is because, like we said, if the toys aren't there and they can't make something happen, then they're not worth as much. And by the way, they're not going to have as many toys because you're paying them that much.
You're paying the toys that get hurt too much.
Not just the toys, but you paying the guy who absolutely needs those toys. You're paying him so much money that you can't pay the toys to give to him. Yeah. It's the reason Brady would restructure.
Right. Absolutely. But that's why I think they should sign him early. And you can get him at this Jaden Daniels number here. Talk about guaranteed that signing. But if he plays it out and they do well again, they definitely gotta break him off. And he's gonna get that top number.
If I remember correctly, the Daniel Jones was 200. Was it 4 years, 200 mil?
It was 4 years, 160, right?
You'll have it right here. Where is it? Where's Daniel Jones' deal? What I remember is that I believe after the first 2 years, there was a way to get out of that. That's the type of deal they need to do with Purdy. They need to give him a deal, a guaranteed upfront, some good upfront guaranteed money, and then those back 2 years need to be they need to be like option years or a way you can get out of that shit. Just in case.
What is search there?
Or it needs to be tradable anyways. Yeah, you're right, Coach. You gotta be careful with that system QB tag. You keep throwing it. You know what? Yeah, you got to be careful, Coach, because you say it every chance you get about that guy.
$36 million this season.
Nah,
ain't nothing wrong with it if you're winning.
Nah, Coach took it very offensive when he was compared to Montana. He has yet to let that go.
All right. So 4 years, $160 million. It was 81 guaranteed as signing.
How many? Wait, so it was 4 years or 160? Yeah. So this is the type of deal that they should offer him. And to be fair, if I'm his agent, I tell him pound sand. But like, this is the best deal for the Niners. And honestly, the deal it'll be all right for Purdy too, because he gets the chance to prove himself. And if he's working out, then they can restructure on that back half.
So yeah. If you're really looking at Daniel Jones's deal,
does it
was
say like the cap hit
deal,
right?
Yeah,
potential outright. There you go. Yeah.
So he got $22 million in dead money, which we've seen teams are willing to do now.
Oh yeah, easily. Yeah.
But still, hey, you still made out like a bandit here with all this guaranteed money. So yeah, he'll be fine.
This is actually one of the parlay. With me coaching and Tuke, this is one of our oldest things that we've always revisited, which is the dead cap and so for the longest time, the most dead cap anybody had ever eaten was the Matt Ryan situation when they got when Atlanta, and that was $41 million. And then I think somebody doubled it. It just happened recently. Somebody ate a whole bag of shit.
Watson deal.
I think was the Watson deal the one that they ate the most. Yeah. So we've been following that, seeing more people.
Hold on, didn't Watson sound like a 10-year deal?
Yeah, no, but we're talking about like the
when he's officially like
the cap hit. No, the cap hit when they move on from a guy like a dead cat bunny. Oh, it was Russ. That's right. There you go, Coach.
Oh yeah, Russ.
It was Russ.
Oh yeah.
They moved that dead cat. That was because that was one of the reasons we kept bringing it back up because we were like, yo, they can't move him, right? Because we've never seen this before. It's too much money. And then it was like double what Matt Ryan's.
Yeah,
was, so.
Russ got the record now.
Yeah.
So
craziness.
Mm-hmm.
I don't see teams going any higher than that though, because then you're talking about like a third of the cap after a while.
I mean, you're really punting for the season, bro.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
at that
you kind
point.
of really are.
Yeah.
So listen here. So Denver Broncos gonna have the first, second, and third pick in this year's draft.
No, that's the other part. That's not how that works either. That's the other problem. It's just cap hell. It's not like they get great picks.
No, cap hell, definitely. They definitely will be helpful getting those
first in the league. 67 million dead cap.
Yeah, and that's all because of the Russ deal.
Listen here, dead cap. You better hope your dispensaries are buzzing or continue to buzz because they're already buzzing.
Oh, yeah. They'll always be buzzing there.
Yeah, they got that Walmart money. They good.
You better hope Denver could be in contention for another title this year coming up.
Yeah,
Colorado's state does fine. He
gets paid for free in Pittsburgh. Yeah, he's already paid for free because all he got is check in advance.
Right.
I mean, got a sweet advance there. Listen here.
That's the beauty of those.
That's why it's a win for the Steelers for sure,
man. My man Stephon Marbury in it, dog. Remember when Stephon went to Boston for that? I think wasn't he on the Boston roster for the championship team?
Did they try to get him a ride? He might have. I can't remember.
I think he was on the team the year before, the year after their championship. Before their championship, and for New York, basically didn't want to pay him, so he basically supposed to get paid like 30, 40.
Oh yeah, he did come, and they paid him. Yeah, it was a buyout. They paid him to go home, and then we picked him up.
Right, paid him $25 million to go to the crib.
Yeah,
and then Boston signed him for the veteran minimum at I think it was 1.5.
That's because he was literally at the end of the bench, just like talking shit for every game. He wanted out so bad after wanting to be there so bad.
Listen, wanted to be home so bad,
So bad he wanted to be in New York.
I think he learned the politics in New York. It's like,
what's he a Coney? I think he's a Coney Island kid.
Yeah, Coney Island kid.
That's a bold prediction.
All the stories in New York early, all his book, the book about what book was featured? It was about him.
I don't know, but I do know that I love his post NBA career. He went over and became an absolute he's a god in China.
Chinese Jordan.
Yo, yeah. He was over there averaging like 50. It was crazy what he was doing. So good for him. Anthony Price, Justin Fields will start by week 8. Woo! I like it. It's bold. It's not even that bold, but it's bold.
That's a hot one.
Anything can happen. I think, honestly, I'm going to be real with you the way Pittsburgh, I think they both going to play. I don't think he's going to play crazy snaps, but I think he's going to get some snaps in before week 8. I think you should see him play.
The thing is that he's going to have to play some because they have to know what they got.
Right, exactly. He's going to play some.
Yeah. At some point, they have to see, I
can see Russ, Justin Fields, and Tomlin all doing it for the coaching. We got to try to win these games for the coaching, man. It's not about the individual role. It's all of us as a team.
They're going to do it for the
coach. They're going to try to do they're going to try to use him as Taysom. That's what I think. Justin Fields, that is.
Oh, boy, that's rough.
That's what I think they're going to end up doing with him.
If they do, that means they're really punching on him as a quarterback forever. Y'all really think he's done as a quarterback forever?
No, it's just they're going to want to get his athleticism on the field because
it's true.
They got George Pickens on the outside, man. Like that's really it. I mean, unless they're sold on Roman Wilson, the 3rd round pick.
I think they are. He looks like he's going to play good, but we'll see.
I'm not sold on Van Jefferson actually being a
number 2.
Yeah.
They also got fire. They also got fire moves.
Yeah. That's a good tight end for sure.
But you're right.
Explosiveness on offense.
The cupboard's a little bare. Yeah. The cupboard's a little bare.
That's going to be your most explosive player on offense.
Who else did they get? Matter of fact, let's take a look at that.
Najee and Jalen Warren.
Yeah, those two are back there.
So I don't really,
They about to make my boy Justin Fields and Terrell Pryor, dog. I've seen it all.
Hey,
Right.
Very similar player, like very
Flash, right?
Mm-hmm.
Cordell Stewart.
Yeah, they did have Cordell.
Flash, definitely for the Flash, no bull. Terrell Pryor was my dog.
That's why he bulked up. And they also talk about using them on kickoffs with the new kickoff rules. Kind of adopting the XFL kind of rules. I think you're gonna see some different stuff happening in the NFL.
They basically can't move into the balls like in the hands of the player.
Oh, yeah. Also, it's like shorten the field. They're gonna make sure you can return it, but the kick comes from like midfield.
Yeah.
And they're like punts. It's almost like punts.
Let me see if I can find a picture of what it looks like here, because
they also scooped up Cordell Patterson.
Oh yeah, that's a good one. That's a good move.
Like so,
and that's why they signed him, because
he's running back / receiver. Like he can do like a bunch of things. Yeah,
right. They got some holes in their offense, and he's kind of like the guy that can kind of keep them clean for a little bit. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, man, eventually they're gonna need everybody to help play offense on that side.
Oh yeah, Calvin Austin, Marquez Callaway. They got my guy Copeland he went to Maryland, but he was at Florida first. Jumping Jack. Des Fitzpatrick.
Okay, so that's how they do it.
Ray Jenkins, Scotty Miller. Yeah. The cupboard's. They got Quez Watkins. Speed. They got speed with Quez Watkins out there. Roman Wilson. Yeah, the cupboard's kind of bare receiver, but they got a lot of young guys.
So I think you're gonna see a whole lot of smaller people on kick coverage. You want to have athletes out there. Like even Kansas City was talking about using their safety to kick it off. Because
he can kick it far enough, and then now you have an extra tackler. Yeah, I like
that. Right. You got
like
11 people on the field that can tackle.
That's gonna highlight athleticism. I like that.
Yeah, because like the way this is, like it's a one cut and go kind of system.
Yeah,
and so you're gonna need speed out there to chase somebody down.
Listen here, I'm gonna be real with you. There might be a lot more kickoff touchdowns.
No, we're gonna get him back again. We're gonna get him back, but safer, which is the point of this.
Yeah. Fire. Now I'm looking at this. Now I'm looking at it like, damn, listen here.
So when they first,
you can move the defense to shift them.
When they first announced this, I was watching the Pat McAfee show, and they went through like literally all the possible like hacks that people could already be thinking of for it. And there's some fun ones. I don't remember what they were saying, but like there's some fun little strategic things that they're going to be doing. Buy or sell, there will be 5 false starters. Yeah, probably.
I don't think so. Like you literally can't move. Just sitting on the line until the guy gets the ball.
On the new kickoff, I'm gonna be real with you. I don't think there'll be no false starts.
Yeah, you're literally staying still till the guy catches the ball.
It should be worked out by preseason. In the preseason, it should be worked out.
You'll probably see your mistakes in the preseason and all that. I think they'll be all right.
You're gonna get some guys who just forget how.
Maybe 1 or 2. I'll say 1 or 2, and maybe 3.
Yeah, it won't be clean. That's for sure. Like somebody's gonna fuck it up.
It's gonna be their first time doing it, but look, they're gonna be practicing this crap in practice a lot.
Oh, it's definitely situational football, so definitely gonna be on it mad time.
But it is a play now that you're going to sit there and watch versus going to the fridge or going to the bathroom because it's kickoff.
Did they eliminate the onside kick, or is it just really difficult now? It's like
onside kicks are something totally different now. I think you have to declare
you have to alert them, and then you do the old formation or something.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah. So it's terrible.
Looks like those are over.
Right.
Well, we can't keep everything. Honestly, onside kicks are only good when they work, and they barely work.
Well, the percentage has gone down a lot lately.
Yeah, it makes it crazy when they do work out, though. It is nuts.
Without the surprise onside kick, we wouldn't want our
Super Bowl. You don't have a ring. Yeah.
You see, we bringing it back around there. Who that?
Oh God, we've had enough, people. Folks, we're gonna have the lineup. You can call and complain about all this Saints bullshit.
1-800 help the Saints. Toll free.
So let's go to wrap up the show here, unless y'all got something else.
I do got something else to say.
Trouble.
Yes, I do.
It's trouble.
We're gonna get into here. I'm gonna bring something in next week for the show. I've talked to coach about this. I want you guys to do the same. I want us to do different positions though, which would be dope. I was thinking kind of we list every starter. Now you can take a quarterback, running back, wide receiver, whichever one you take though. Nobody else can take. I kind of did this a couple years ago where we list all the starters for those teams and who has the most at stake at that position. Or it could be due to contract situation. You know, maybe his last year here, according to people. You know what I'm saying? Things like that. I mean, I'll show you an imprint on it, kind of, but it makes sense once you get. It's not hard. You know what I'm saying? So, for instance, I did QBs. So, for instance, the year I did it, it was Justin Herbert in the division, Derek Carr, Patrick Mahomes, and who was the Denver QB? Denver QB before Russell. And I picked Derek Carr. It planned out, you know, the way it did. He ended up getting traded the next year. You know, at most at stake, you know, just because of the team situation. Now, saying the NFC East, I had picked Daniel Jones, but he had got the new deal.
Right. So that's why I had.
So it's kind of like things like that. You know how things shape up. So, like I said, you can pick any position you want. I know we're more going to lean on the offensive side because, you know, probably know more people on that side. So, yeah, man, do your homework. We'll pick one. I mean, we can pick one right now. So, which one you want? You can go first, Dale. Whatever position you want, you take. Will you take whatever the remaining is? And, I mean, I'll pick out of the lot. And we'll do it in. If Coach is here next week, participating in it as well. I think it'll be a fun little thing to get around, man. Chit chatter.
I'm gonna pick a coach.
That'd be fire.
Robert Saleh.
That'd be fire. No bull.
Yes.
He got a lot on. His seat's the hottest now. He pulled a move the other day that just didn't make no sense. He was completely unprepared for a question. Didn't have the information about his team, and it seemed like he's just generally not ready for what's coming.
No, it's not a mock draft. What I'm doing is like Will said for instance, Saleh. So now, for instance, he'll list all the coaches on every team based on division, who has the most at stake in that division. And that's basically all you're doing.
So by division, yeah. It makes sense.
Yeah, we're just playing kind of like an early
AFC East was Saleh for sure.
Yeah,
I see what you mean.
Yeah, so you know, something dope that we can kind of expand for the next few weeks. We can even get it done in one show. But I feel like, you know, it'll be something fun for the group and do all that. We'll get into a mock draft a mock draft, fantasy mock draft will probably be at some point during the summer, but yeah, we'll get to a mock draft at some point.
And you don't tell me when to mock, I tell me when to mock.
Whoa, mock NFL draft. We learned that we can do that just about every day, especially after this show. You know, 2025 is not, you know, not far around the corner. You know, it's coming. It's creeping up.
Okay, so I'm picking a player with a lot on the line this season.
So you can, So basically, for instance,
he gets it. Let him pick it.
You get it, yeah. So you basically based on who got the most on the line, basically, and that could be for any reason in general. You know, contract situation. You know what I'm saying? Injuries. You know, it could be anything. You just pick one out of a bunch from each division. You know what I'm saying? We'll kind of pick them guys. Those are the guys that are going to be in the scope.
Let the man pick.
Yeah.
All right. You know what? NFC South, I'm going to go with quarterback Bryce Young because I'm going to say everybody's like counting him out because of the season he had last year. And so they definitely don't expect to have any improvement. They don't expect to see any improvement for the Panthers in general. But if Bryce Young have another terrible year, they're going to be looking for another quarterback, especially picking high. So he has a lot at stake this season.
Yes, definitely. The man in that division, definitely, he definitely has the most to lose in that division. We won't pick Derek Carr up there. Derek Carr has established his career regardless. So if his career does end this season as a starter, he's already had his resume of being the guy on the team in the league. So I like that pick and Bryce Young.
Cousins is solid, and Baker just got his deal. So yeah.
What up, Chris?
And this is anybody. If anybody picks receivers, you can't have all three of the all four of the Packers receivers on the list. You got to have one. You got to pick the best one.
I think their stakes. I mean, I think their stakes are fairly low just because they're all gonna have a chance to make the team. I mean, and it's not like any one of them. It's just about who shines a little more. You gotta stay healthy. That's really all you gotta do.
Packers receiver Watson for sure.
Okay, I can see. Yeah, Watson himself because he's supposed to be the highest valued one.
Yeah, and he
all three of the other ones are just as good, if not better.
Right. The dude showed up. This dude can't get out of bed without pulling his hamstring, bro.
Yeah, it's true.
That ham's bad, dog.
He said wrestling stream, Will.
He's talked about it this offseason, like he found the solution to his problem. He got some new training technique or something like that. He better know something, because I'm telling you, bro.
Will's been on more wrestling shows than you have been on, and you the one that asked to have a wrestling show. Hold on, listen here.
I'm the whole effing show.
This is how much motivated Will is in wrestling. He has been on more times than Jake and Chris combined on wrestling shows.
Crazy.
Chris has been on. I'm gonna count that wrestling show that you came on the Chapo, Chris, as a wrestling show because you was talking about wrestling. So you have 1. Jake has 0. Will has what?
Hell no, and hell no. He's good right where he's at. They want him in the slot. That's where he's the most dangerous and most valuable.
Now you know what that meant.
That's Trayvon's big spot. He come right back to that.
Ant want us to go extended time. Ant want to hear me. I don't think Ant heard me yell tonight. I usually get one comment like "stop yelling" or something. You know what I mean? Yell Ant. But not Ant. To a degree.
Well, it's nice though, but
I won't say take over spots, but I feel like he's a guy with what we see he can do, and see the deficiencies that he has, and see if he can come back first healthy, and 2, kind of ladder some of those mistakes that he does make as a defensive back. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to the man for keep improving year by year. People got to realize this position to him is still new in a sense. He's in the pro, so people are going to be like, you're a professional, you should be able to play it right. This dude's not been in the position no more than like 5 years, so
it don't matter. He's nasty. He did the single thing that you could hope that he would do, like the maximum he could do as a rookie and a young player, which was he made you not miss Diggs as much for that entire season. Like of course, in the end, you missed him a lot, but for the most part, it was like he wasn't even there because this man was making play after play, and he was bringing them to that. He was making house calls, y'all.
Right. Yeah.
He was making house calls. So, yeah, the kid's nasty, but
he killed it in fantasy too. Boy.
But the way he's a ball hawk, you don't want him ISO on a single receiver out. Nah, you want him floating, playing nickel, blitzing him sometime, making him just like, imagine having to account for like a 5'9", 5'10" wrecking ball of a player like that. He's like he's like the honey badger, but he's just playing corner instead of playing safety. The kid's nice. Leave him in the slot. He gonna wreak havoc for some years to come. That kid's fun to watch, man. Every week it became clockwork.
Mm-hmm.
And you know what's funny? The last time we saw that was actually Trayvon Diggs when he had like 10 picks that year.
And that's what I was gonna bring up too. Like,
he brought a couple
Diggs,
home, yeah.
Diggs was doing it before him, so it's the system.
Right. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's great how Bland played, but don't forget we saw this movie already a couple years back, and it was Diggs making house calls.
Yep.
Yeah, let Diggs come back. Diggs will be all right.
But it got to be a lot of boom and bust with him too, because like he take one back to the house, but he give up a bomb too.
Right, but then the next year is when he cleaned that up. The next year he was better with that.
Hey, hold on.
Did y'all resign Gilmore?
No, Gilmore's still in the ocean.
Mm-hmm.
No, matter of fact, Gilmore. No, hold on, he's still in the ocean. I don't think he's signed anywhere else.
I think he's a good guy to have on the other side of Diggs, and then Bland in the slot. That's, in my opinion, that's probably the best trio of corners in the league. Exactly.
Yep, he's a free agent.
Gilmore's
the rumor has it that Dallas will end up re-signing him.
Makes the most sense for everybody involved, honestly.
I think so. Keep that
because
back there.
Most other teams that are going to go out to try to get Gilmore are probably going to try to make him a 1, which is a mistake. He's not a 1 anymore. So let him play on the other side of Diggs, who they don't want to throw at, and he'll make plays. And then you keep Bland in the slot, just being a nightmare.
And then you got a decent level. He's not.
And then you got to hope Dak doesn't blow it.
That too.
They take care of big contracts, and he'll be back.
And I think honestly, I'll be real with you. Like when you keep like somebody like him, like he's been here, a year or two. He's a veteran. You got to keep veterans like this, man. You know what I'm saying? For the sending cornerback room that we're trying to build. I like him in that locker room. When they signed him, I'm like, yeah, this is a good move. You know what I'm saying? For in and out reasons, keep him.
Gilmore, Gilmore's a great. Plus, like just from a technique perspective and learning how to play the game. Now you got to remember, Bill Belichick went out and signed him instead of Malcolm Butler, who just had the biggest pick in the history of all interceptions. Like those are the type of, and he did that. And Bill only does that with he never pays corners. He only pays corners that he really believes in, that he knows are nice. And he went out and paid Gilmore, and might have paid him a second time, but he never pays anybody a second time.
Also, team.
He's a smart player.
One other team to look out for if Dallas, for some reason, does not get him. Look out for the Bears, potentially to try to go look after him. I don't know how much money they have, but look out for the Bears to try to go get him.
He wouldn't be the number one there either, I don't believe. What's his name is the number one corner there? I forget. I want to say, is it Harris? No, I forget. Anyways, they
what team you talking about?
The Bears.
Oh, okay.
Bears starting corner. I can't think of it right now.
Then he gets signed to some guap.
Jalen Johnson.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, Jalen. Yeah. Yeah, so he wouldn't be a number one.
Tariq Stevenson. Kyler Gordon is a nickelback. This is according to our lads.
Yeah, they could use a corner.
Gilmore can go to Vegas.
Awful. Wouldn't be a bad spot for him, but
we don't want him to gamble his life away, bro.
Nah, Gilmore seems like he's got a better head and his shoulders than that.
They got safeties, though. Kevin Byard.
Oh, yeah.
And that's Quan Brisker.
Who, the Bears got wired?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good pickup for them.
Right.
Shout out to everybody in the chat. We appreciate y'all. Y'all brought a lot of energy to the show. Me and Coach over there healing up like a legend. Aunt Chris, appreciate y'all. Who else is up in here? Let me see. Yeah,
Bobby.
Damn it, Bobby.
He's a Saints fan.
Who
that?
Shout out to Cedric Powell.
It's crazy how Justin Simmons is still a free agent. Shout out to
nobody wants to play safeties, man. That's what it is. Like I'm telling you, but the freaking ownership colludes. Let's get a freaking a Hard Knocks with ownership, and let's watch them collude.
That whoever lands Simmons, that's gonna be a huge land though. Hey yo, come on to New England, bro. We don't really need a safety, but hey.
Fucking safety room. Man, listen here.
But the safety room's crazy. If he came through, him, Jabril Peppers.
That'd be wild as hell, dog, for real.
I think New Orleans gonna sign him though, because we need a safety. Go along with Tyrann Mathieu.
Because he's 90.
My man, the Honey Badger, dog. Shout out to everybody.
He's still balling. Go
Honey
Tigers.
Honey Badger, 1,000,000 years old in football years.
Go Tigers.
Like, share, subscribe, man, on our fabulous channels. Also, BS and Ben Media, give them a subscribe click as well, man. All social media platforms we're riding on. Tomorrow night is our weekly chop up session. Of course, we come through with tons of games, news stories. You might try something, with the public. Might not try something with the public.
Yo, Saints, how did you let the Bengals jack you for the Who Day? For the Who Day?
Gosh.
My Who Day? Oh goodness.
Yeah, they got y'all. Y'all let them do it too.
It sounds really stupid.
Tune into the chop up tomorrow.
Chop up tomorrow night, man. You don't know who we're gonna have in there. You know what I'm saying? We might have
I bet it won't be Jake.
Listen here. Jake's the only man I know that can set up a show and not come to the show
and vanish, bro.
Hold on, my man got everybody hyped in the wrestling chat on. Shout out to Jake though. Shout out to Jake.
He rallied the troops. He rallied the troops
and said, "Oh, we got enough troops. I don't have to come."
Yo, we lemonade chugging tomorrow.
What kind of lemonade though are we chugging? Are we just gonna
chug
get
whatever? You can chug whatever lemonade you want. I'm getting me Newman's Own. I only chug the best.
I had the. I mean, I can go try to find some lemonade with
How hard is it? Aren't you in Arkansas? You should be partly made of lemonade.
Hold on.
Yeah. We're having some.
Hold on. I got you. I'm not even good. Hold on. I got some lemonade, but it ain't the store lemonade. I'm gonna try my own lemonade tomorrow.
What does that mean?
That means I made lemonade. Actually, what's crazy is I made lemonade at work today.
Yeah, good.
And I
best lemonade is homemade. Yeah.
Yeah, I bring a good portion home for myself. And I'm gonna leave it. I'm gonna leave it in the fridge till tomorrow.
Yeah, real talk. Those two. There was a recipe I saw. I think it was like lemonade, pineapple juice, and Henny.
Mm-hmm.
I thought that would be right up your alley, right there, man.
Nah, no bull. The Henny's right up my alley, man. I gotta take a break off.
Be very clear.
I gotta take a break off the Henny for about a week or two. You know what I'm saying? It kind of had me. It had me all weekend, man. You know what I'm saying?
In the event that anybody in their early 20s is watching this, just know anytime you add pineapple juice to any drink, you're going to forget things.
It masks up that taste, huh?
That's why whenever you see pineapple at somebody's crib, it's usually locked up. Used for special occasions.
Pineapple juice makes every alcohol just taste like pineapple juice that like fermented for like a little bit. And it's not good because it's so smooth and easy. Like Caribou Lou's, I got plenty of days that I don't got hours of the day gone. Just I'll never know what happened.
Yep. Just a little preview here for the chop up tomorrow. One of the news items we have is retailers removing self-checkout, and we're also going to be talking about feet. That's right, feet.
Oh, my least favorite body part.
We got to show our feet.
We're going to be talking about feet. That's right.
Y'all might see Tuan's feet tomorrow night, everybody.
Ain't nobody want to see them bear claws, bro. You better keep them. Tuck them. You better keep them hooves covered.
I got top 5 in the nation feet right here.
No. You got basketball feet. You got.
Yeah, I retired, and you got guys. I retired about 10 years ago, and I still got basketball feet.
Your pinky toe probably doing a U-turn.
Nah, not yet. Semi turned down Houston now.
His pinky toe is falling and it can't get up.
Listen, everybody's dealing with some weather tonight. Prayers for everybody. I'm definitely going to be dealing with a little bit of that until
batten down the hatches.
So
check in safe on Facebook.
Yeah, keep your eye on the weather and everything like that. So let's wrap this thing up too. Take us out.
Hey man, that man they signed a contract against to let y'all know he on his Marvin Harrison shit. But we gonna yell Khalid.
Find this podcast and others on STWF TV, the Podcasting Network.